Welcome to Business Line's State of the Economy podcast, where you'll find insight, analysis, and the story behind the numbers.
Hello and welcome to State of the Economy podcast by Businessline, where we discuss the real estate trends for the month gone by and the outlook. Today we are with Mr. G. Hari Babu, the President of Naredco National. Welcome to Businessline podcast, sir.
Good, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Sir, would you like to run us through how the demand outlook looks like in 2024, especially on the residential front?
Yes. So 2022 and 2023 are the very good years, and 2024 also is going to be the very good year for the real estate, particularly in the residential sector. The reason the economy of our Indian economy is good, that is number one. Number two, RBI regulations also keeping the interest rates at the same level for last 2 years. They are not increased, and likely there is a very good chance maybe 50 points may come down this year. And one more thing also, the inflation rate is also under control now. So three factors makes definitely 2024 is a very good year and a very positive year for the residential apartments.
Sir, also, would you like to give us some number on what sort of growth we can see in the residential real estate sector pan India?
Lowest 9.2%, high side 12%.
Okay. That's quite a big number going by.
A very good number. The growth of the urban population is growing around 2.5 to 2.7%, and whereas the demand is growing almost like 9 to 12%.
Right.
Yeah.
So on this, since we see a rising demand for homes, do you expect any price increase, and if so, at what levels?
Price is I'm not expecting anything in this 2024 because as I told, the interest rates are available for from the banks to the developers also a little bit of lower side. Previously it has gone to 13%. Nowadays is available for even 11%, 10.5% also for some builders. So interest rates are a little bit comfortable, and the inflation is also not much high because 22-23 the inflation is a little bit high, but this year inflation also has a little bit come down. And the next thing is the prices are already high, so I'm not expecting any great rise. Maybe land rates also stable. Land rates also this year not much of increase I'm expecting. So 2023 prices will continue in the 2024 also.
Okay, right. So we are also talking, when you talk about demand, any particular category that's going to drive demand, luxury, super luxury, premium, affordable, any such category that's expected to drive demand?
Yeah, thing is basically affordable housing, particularly if I look at the Hyderabad, last year we sold about 2022, we sold about 5,800 numbers. I'm talking about that percentage is almost like 15% of the total sales. 15, maybe 18%. 18% is the total sales. But here, 2023, against 5,800, we sold only 3,500 numbers. There is a reduction in the 2023. The reason is the higher segment, above 1 crore property, luxury and super luxury segment, the growth is almost like 35%. So the reduction is about 18%, there the growth is about 35%. So the so-called 60 square meters apartments in Hyderabad, in and around Hyderabad, not showing much growth. People are looking for better room sizes. Instead of 60 meters, 80-85 square meters apartments are doing fantastic. That is 90 meters onwards. Okay. So my thing is this economy, since now everybody is having a little bit of better funds, they want better facilities, and the 2024 also will continue in the same line. More growth, we are going to see bigger apartments. That is 90 square meters, carpet area plus. Okay. Maybe same level of 3,000, 4,000 apartments per annum in Hyderabad, and very similar to other places also.
Mhm. But do you then think that there's a need to redefine what is affordable housing pan India, or is it supposed to be remaining the same? How do you see that segment?
Today, even if 60 square meters in most of the cities, the costing registration, taxes, and then by the time they go into the interiors and all these things, costing minimum to minimum 75 lakhs. The 75 lakhs is now more a affordable housing.
Okay.
See, affordable housing, it should be around 35 lakhs. See, until over and above 35 lakhs, many people are not coming to the bracket. Today, if you look at the 60% of any urban area, people are getting a salaries of both husband and wife, not more than 50,000 rupees. So 50 rupees means that they can spend about maximum one third. That is about 17, 18,000 rupees. That means their eligibility loan is only 20 lakhs. 20 lakhs loan, and maybe government incentives about 3 to 4 lakhs and the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, if the government gives, and then 10 to 12 lakhs they can raise on their own. That's really affordable housing.
Okay.
So should come to a new plan to take care of the 60% of the urban population who they're getting the salaries of under 50,000 rupees. It is a high time to look into their needs. And their needs is about 40 square meters. There is like a studio apartment, a bedroom, hall, and kitchen. And that is good for them for at least next 5 to 10 years or 8 years. And then they can upgrade to the 2-bedroom size, because the kids and the people will be small, and the kids are really small age. They can manage. So 40 square meters, I personally, I feel government has to come forward to give more incentives in the 40 square meter segment. 40
Right.
square segment. And cost of the house should not be more than 35 lakhs. That is real great demand will be there. Great demand will be there.
But would developers be willing to operate at such lower price points?
That is the reason ATIBA has to be reintroduced for this development.
Okay.
ATIBA team has to be reintroduced to people who are doing this particular segment. Then what happens, even if I am working at 7% profit on 35 lakhs, what is my profit? It is only about 2.5 lakhs in each apartment. And 2.5 lakhs, if I have to pay again 30% tax, then people are not interested.
Okay.
So if this will be only if government gives incentives by three ways. One is that GST, entire GST, what we have paid during the construction has to go as a CCL credit. That means about 2.7 lakhs or 3 lakhs has to go from as the PMA scheme. And the GST should be at 1% as usual. And state governments also should come forward to go for the registration values at 1% for this segment. So registration reduce, GST at 1%, and at least 3 lakhs as under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana interest subvention. So these three, if they get, and income tax exemption for the developers as 81 ABA, and fourth one is also very important. That is, government has to come forward and say these people, whatever the small people they know, interest will be cut at 6%. Interest should be not more than 6%, at least for first 5 years. First 5 years only.
This is for a buyer you're talking about. From a buyer point of view, 6% interest.
Get the 3 lakhs, buyer should get the 1% GST. Buyer should get the registration at 1%, and the buyer should also get 6% of interest rate fixed. So these four are only for buyers. The developer wants only one ATIBA, whatever he makes little profit at 4 to 2.5 lakhs in each apartment, that should not again subject to the tax.
Okay, right.
And the MAT also should be removed. See, they say one side ATIBA, but the other side they put 18% MAT. So that makes no sense.
Okay.
So this is the one way only we can really serve the people of the small employees, smallest of smallest. 35 lakhs today, somebody has to say, miss, they are really small people. Government has to work with for the small people, not for the rich people. Rich people, they take care of their own. Got it?
I got it. So, since you're talking about this point that that we are right now on the funding side, we are just near the budget or vote on account, however way you want to present it. Have you made your? Have
Yes,
you
sir.
reached out to the government on these,
Yes,
and
yes.
what sort
We
of?
have made a representation to Finance Minister, Honorable
Mhm.
Finance Minister, and also because it's vote on account budget, July will be the full budget. By the
Mhm.
time the appointment, and we go with all the people and whatever the requirements are there for the entire industry. One is for affordable, another is also for general industry. What all we
Mhm.
need. Also, we are submitting the request to the Finance Minister.
Okay. And what would be if, beyond the affordable? What would be the industry look at right now?
See, basically, in going to the commercial side,
Mhm.
the whatever the GST we're putting while construction is going on, or then we are buying. See,
Mhm.
we are paying almost like 12% GST.
Right.
Then in industry, 12% of whatever we are paying, that has to be when we are getting the rent. We want that should be given the input credit.
Okay.
This industry is not getting that facility. See, every industry gets their input credit facility. When what is the manufacturing cost? Manufacturing input credit will be there when by selling. But for us, the raw material is commercial property. When the raw material is commercial property, whatever we are spending, that whatever the input credit is there, that input credit has to be there. When we are selling the product also, selling the product is rental.
Okay.
That thing so that no lot of people can come into the particularly in the warehousing industry. See, warehousing industry and data storage and this type of new areas. See, IT is already fullest level. The office space is available. I think next 2.5 years also the office space is constructed and available for the IT. 2.5 years stock. But whereas now the biggest requirement is coming in the warehousing and data and tourist place, tourism. These areas, the government has to look into the thing and encourage these 3 areas largely. The
Right.
one request is the whatever we have spent on construction of this thing, the input credit has to come for the next 5 years or 10 years.
Okay.
That is a very,
So
very important to develop these areas.
right.
So, as far as the residential sector, as already we discussed, we want for Aam Aadmi ke liye, just we want those 4 benefits to them.
Right.
And for the large builders also, what we are asking is industry status for the entire industry.
Right.
See, what is happening? By not giving the industry status, these small builders are dying because they are not eligible for the loans. MSME sector, see, if they under 50 crores, if anybody is doing the turnovers, so we need at least MSME status for those people, so that they also comes under main loop. Now, what is happening in every urban city? These small builders are constructing without rules, without going to the RERA, without taking the much permissions. See, wherever, whatever we are selling, 25% of the apartments are sold in unorganized sector.
Okay.
These unorganized sector people are not eligible for any loans. To bring them into the mainstream, government has to give some incentives to the builders. The incentive is nothing. See, if you give the MSME status to the small builders, so the banks will come forward and give the loans. Once they take the loan, and automatically they have to follow the entire rules. They have to take the official permission, they have to go to the RERA, and they have to take the RERA number, and they have to serve that to all the people. Now, they are doing all these things because anyhow they are not getting any benefit to the government. Then they are taking the permission from ground plus 2 and then putting another 2 floors and selling the unauthorized areas, and setbacks are very almost nominal, no setbacks. And that sector is going on. That construction, see, if I am taking all the permissions with the RERA and everything, my cost of the construction will come and higher, and my setbacks are more, and my cost will be about 4,000 rupees, and my land cost is another 2,000 rupees. My profit is about 10%, 7,000 rupees is my break-even point.
Okay.
And the same area, same level, the unorganized sector people are offering at 4,500 rupees.
Okay. It's so much of a price difference, almost half.
Yeah, almost. I'll tell you, almost 40% less. 40%.
Okay.
So any small, as I told the Aam Aadmi, so they are going there and the building is ready and just paying the money and taking the position.
Okay.
Government is using all the things, including sometimes there is no stamp duty also. Just one agreement will be there, one sale deed without any stamp duty that I have sold, you have purchased, consideration received. Enough.
Okay.
And these type of apartments, every 10 years, every 5, 7, 8 years, the state government is coming with a BRS. BRS means Building Regulation Scheme.
Okay.
And people are staying, people are getting the power, people are getting the water connections and everything. And after 5, 7 years, it becomes the BRS. And pay 1 lakh or 2 lakhs to government and take all the legal position.
Okay.
So this is big. BRS has become very common in every state. That means you are allowing them to construct illegally, and then again you are doing the regulation. This is nothing but creating a slums.
Right.
See, the slums, the old slums are with hutments. The new slums with 5 floors, 6 floors apartments without any leftover of the land. Some I have seen recently in Delhi, the entire area of plot, if you have 300 square yards, entire 300 square yards is front and back only. They leave little bit. That is also 2 feet, 3 feet, not much, 2 feet. And both sides they don't leave anything, and they construct the apartments. They construct the office space.
Right. They do. Yes, they do.
After Delhi, it's happening.
Yeah, it is. It is happening. Yes.
So,
True.
So how to bring all those people into the main line? Main line is now encourage the small. See, let them leave also. Let them come as a main line. If you keep on encouraging only for the big builders, what happens? Ultimately, 70% of the apartments are sold by only 10 companies or 15 companies in every city. Dictate the terms.
Right.
And every city is having about nightly 500 builders. Out of that, these 30% people actual area is almost remaining 150 or 300, 400 builders.
Right.
So we have to keep the small people also in the line. And the small people also serves the many ways to the people. So government has to come forward with some incentives to the small builders. Small builders means small, micro and medium.
But sir, do you feel that giving an industry status will bring this set of unorganized players into the larger fold? Is that will they take that?
To do this for immediately, 50% of the unorganized builders will come to the line immediately within just no time. So whatever we are selling about nearly 10,000 apartments unorganized, at least 5,000 apartments will come into the mainstream. And later, you put the restrictions. You ask the state people to monitor the construction, and the people are deviating. You put the law. Don't declare the BRS, and see that 1 or 2 buildings. If you dismantle, automatically people will get right. One is you encourage by giving some soaps, and then put the restrictions. Put the law into the correct enforcement. Law enforcement.
Okay. Right.
Ultimately, after 10, 15 years or 20 years, again you are going to see the apartments under the name of again slums. 10 acres will be there, 10, 15 acres without any air, without anything, without any setbacks. You will see small roads. Can you believe it? 30 feet road, people are constructing 10 floors?
No, sir.
Yeah. Then what happens? The economy increases, the cars will be there. Nobody will having a parking area, and people are parking in the roads. then ultimately what happens? The past 50 years back slums are different. After 50 years, we're going to see that a different type of slums.
Okay, right, understood. Just a flip side of this, if this set of unorganized players who are at a 40% or lower price than you come on board and get this industry status, won't this push up the cost of development all of a sudden?
See, the builder, the unorganized builder is borrowing 2% per annum per month. That means 24% to 30% per month. Interest rates are going.
Okay.
And if he's eligible for this type of thing, it is for 9% loans are available. The saving of the interest itself is profit is good enough.
Okay.
See, what we're all working is between 7% and 10% today. See, if you are doing a 100 crores turnover, and if I get a 10% profit, is almost like 10 crores.
Right, yes.
So, no builder is greedy than more than the 10%. And some people are even happy with working at 7%. As I told you, if you give MSME status and also give for 35 lakhs lower interest rates, those are the people actually serve the entire that segment.
Right.
They need 5% also. People are working for 5% also, man. Because I'm telling you, if they are making a 10 lakhs, 10 crores turnover in a year, 5% profit means 50 lakhs, monthly 4 lakhs. Monthly getting 4 lakhs, decent earning. And like that, every city is having 500 to 800 builders. That 800 the builders want only 5%. And they can save that 5% in interest very comfortably.
Right. Understood.
Here is getting benefited. The builder is coming to the line. And government is also going to get benefited because everything is legalized.
Right. So what has been stopping this industry status for so long? Any particular reason that the government has given? Because
mindset of the builder, mindset of the government.
Okay. Both of them are coming in now. Right. Beyond these, any other points that you would like to raise with the government to help you out?
See, my harping is particularly industry status. If you don't want to give the industry status for the entire industry, at least for the small builders who are doing the turnovers 125 crores, please come with some solution. And another thing is that the apartments under 35 lakhs, please come with for solution. That saves the entire Indian people of the urban people. Because you really go with the camera with some areas, you will see without any setbacks, people are constructing even today. And even at 20 feet road, people are constructing the apartments, 20 feet road. So, after 20 years or 30 years, if you want to see the face of the city, you will always see like Dharawadi slum area, you will see another big slum areas of apartments in every city. Instead of apartments, these will be in the concrete buildings.
Right.
So it is not healthy for our cities. And again, providing all the facilities like drainage, water, and all the things, government area has to provide because they are the vote banks. So people want to their votes. If they want to neglect one area, they have but at least 1 lakh votes will be there in that area. In 20 acres, 30 acres, some area, minimum to minimum 40,000-50,000 votes will be there. So, once
right.
40,000 votes, all the what political situation today, we would give everything to them free. We will say the buildings will be regularized next to my election once my election is over.
Right.
Why to construct and why to do all the nonsense? See, today, government is giving to another sector, I'm telling you, in particularly in many places in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and many other places, for the Aam Aadmi ke liye, what they are telling, Telangana has come forward with a 525 square feet apartment, including grass area, and constructing everything and giving free.
Right.
So, what is the purpose? you are giving 15 lakhs of 3 lakh apartments free to many. But what is the many? It is only 3 lakh, 4 lakh maximum you can give. Same funds, if you use it properly, you give, government gives only land free, and for 35 lakhs, 25 lakhs, people will construct the apartments and sell it, and they will take the loans from the bank, and they are good to pay about 5,000, 8,000 rupees as their EMI. And you will get a better. See, another thing is now the malpractice will not there for allotment of that 15 lakhs house. They are paying to the local people 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, number two. That means you're not free, but middleman is taking about 4-5 lakhs.
Right, yeah.
So that 4-5 lakhs will be his investment, and bank will give 10 lakhs, and let government give free of land. For those who constructing 525 square feet or 40 square meters, every state government is having plenty of land. If the state government wants to participate in the form of land. And central government will give another CCLA and also other benefits. And this problem will be solved, entire housing problem will be solved in the main cities.
Right. Right, sir. Sir, as we move to beyond the budget, one last question from my side would be, since we're talking about developers also, we see a lot of these fly-by-night operators who have had problems, projects have stalled, which have impacted buyer confidence also. How does this gap of buyer confidence, stalled projects be resolved now? How do you see a solution to that?
Which part of the city you belong?
I come from Noida, so there are a number of stalled projects there.
The entire India is different. Noida is different. This question, if any reporter in the South India or Maharashtra will never ask. When I go to the Delhi, I heard these stories every place. Even who has given the money for the purchase of apartments, they lost the money. And the policy got backed. And for that, government has come with already Swami funds. And 1,96,000 apartments already non-performing asset to performing assets are converted. So helped many people to complete their stalled projects. But still, there are quite a lot. So 25,000 crores was the initially Swami funds allotment from the banker side. These 25,000 crores, we have requested them to increase to 50,000 and see that all the apartments which are stalled can be converted into final product.
Right.
These Swami funds helped quite a lot and going to be helped also. And the government is going to come forward with at least some increase in the Swami funds. And Swami funds, 50,000 crores means it's not that 50,000 crores will be given free of cost, free of the thing. It is only a revolving fund to make the non-performing asset to performing asset. Ultimately, government is not giving. Government is getting even interest. Bankers are getting in at least 6% or 7% interest on Swami funds. So today, 2 lakh crores worth of apartments are converted into non-performing to performing means it is a national income.
Right.
2 lakh crores is converted into performing asset is the biggest job. So another 6 lakh crores, I estimate about 6 lakh crores stalled projects are still there. That will be converted in next 2-3 years also. By increasing.
In next 2 to 3 years, sure.
Yeah.
Right, sir. Right, sir. That was my final question. Thank you. Thank you for being on the podcast and talking your heart out on the various issues that you want to get resolved. Wishing you all the best on your future journey, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.